I'm going sugar-free starting tomorrow. I need to finish all the chocolate I have at home. So no judgment. Okay, I'm serious. I am very much serious about going back to my 100 tomorrow, structuring my day, actually doing stuff and crossing things off my to-do list. Very serious. I'm that serious that I finished all sugar that I had in my apartment, so I have none for tomorrow. And I even went out to the store and got some more to make sure I'm very much sugar rated and feel sick, which I actually do. So at least tomorrow I don't want it. And then when I get a couple days, what's the expression, behind my belt? Then my competitive part turns on and I don't want to lose. And it's like, no, I have to keep this going. Where is this? Is it here? Okay, sorry, I was trying to figure out what was it on my screen. So yeah, I am very much determined to basically do everything needed to move towards my goal. Not just like lie in direction of the goal, but actually walk, crawl, walk, and maybe even run. Who knows? Let's see how it goes, but I am very much determined. How's your Sunday going? It's less than a couple hours left. Hope you had fun. What did I do? Basically, yeah, the majority of my day was spent making sure that there is no sugar in my apartment. I was catching up on some messages. I still haven't replied to everyone, and I'm sorry. I haven't. But little by little, little by little. Because, yeah, I do what I can do. I'm always not hesitant, but I kind of am worried whenever I push myself. Is it me pushing myself? Is it somebody else's voice pushing me? Meaning not in terms of schizophrenia, but meaning in terms of people who try to change me. I don't know. Okay, this is not the best shot. It's me as a director telling you I think I should move closer. Yeah, I'm just tired. And bed is so welcoming. Yeah. I was also recommended this, it's like a website, an app where you can sell your stuff. And I thought, oh my goodness, my apartment is full of, what I consider, well, not crap, but things I will not use and wear. Some even with tags. So maybe I can make some money of it. I was always hesitant to do anything like that because I didn't want to deal with like mailing, all that stuff, shipping. But here they say that they send me a label and I just drop it off at some location that they tell me to drop it off at, and they do the shipping. So we'll see. I have like a lot. I went through some stuff and I have already like 4 huge bags of stuff I can sell. So maybe I can make some money for myself. Additional money. Which is good. Because money is never bad, right? I mean, there are certain circumstances, but in my case, this is good. Yeah. I don't know if you heard, at home there was a big tragedy. A city center was hit by 2 missiles at Sumy. Of course, Russian missiles. Who else? City center, it's a Christian holiday right now there. And I think it's the same here right now. Palm Sunday. We call it not palm, we use a different tree, but I don't remember its name in English. But basically the same meaning as Catholic holiday. So people were going to church. And yeah. So many victims. Again, kids died. People using public transit, they were trapped inside, burned. It's a very scary death. Does anyone still wants to tell me that Russia wants negotiation and peace? This doesn't really look like that. In my hometown, my neighborhood market was hit by a couple drones. The market was next to a church. Guess where they were aiming, but of course they have such sharp vision that they hit the market. And the most scary part for me was that my dad went there and he left sometime before it was hit, thank God. I'm just so tired of this, honestly. Thank God I've developed this ability to go numb. Earlier I thought that maybe it's too much and I don't want it, I don't need it anymore. But no, I don't need it when I watch a film or a play, because there I want to feel everything. But in my everyday life, I still need it, because my everyday life consists very much of what is happening at home. I do need it. If I learned about it at the beginning, during first half a year, I would be devastated and torn apart. I actually learned when was my first therapy session. It was July 22nd, 2022. So what was it? It was, so February 24th, right? March, April, May, June, July. So 5. It was the 5th month of the war. That's when I came into therapy, being absolutely depressed and getting 3 scores on their questionnaire, depression assessment. 3 scores, for not wanting to do anything with myself. I answered no to that question. I think that's what gave me 3 points. The rest, 0. 0, 3 points out of 100. Yeah, if something like that happened the first half a year when I haven't developed this numbing ability, I would be devastated. That's what happened when I saw, so basically I had a video of my street. I don't remember, did I tell you that? So, I had a video. It's like how everything is connected. So my mom is a teacher. One of her students' moms recorded a video of our street. So it's like our street, and I see the building where my parents are there. Street. One apartment is already burning in one building. You can see like flames going out. And I have no idea what it is because I don't understand much in arms, or weapons. What's the right term for it? I even don't know. So I see one building was hit and an apartment is on fire. And I see either a mine or a shell or something like being shot and hitting another building in my street. And I see my home there. And it's hitting the building that is like in a row in our street. That's freaking scary. And then I learned that first burning apartment, it was an apartment on the first floor. And that was an apartment where my mom's student was. Because my mom is a teacher and half of our city are her students. So there was a boy who was my mom's student and his mom hiding under the bed, talking to my mom at that moment, waiting for emergency services to come because they couldn't leave the apartment because the building was hit and something happened to the door. It kind of got distorted, so they couldn't open it. And they couldn't jump out of the window because it's the first floor, and almost every first floor has grid in my hometown because like a protection from robbery. Some of them have kind of like a little way out, like with where people put a lock. A lot of them don't, so I guess these folks didn't have it because they couldn't leave the apartment through the window. So the apartment was on fire and they were hiding under the bed. Thank God firefighters came quickly and helped them out. This is how you learn how everything is connected. The first child victim that I learned it was a girl who died the first days of the war, was also my mom's student. We had this bridge that now is blown up. Russians blew it when leaving. But there was like a huge battle on that bridge. And the family tried to escape. And, they were trying to go as fast as possible. And Russians shot at them from the automatic gun. Mom and dad were, I don't remember, either wounded or all right. But the girl died. These were like first week of the war. gosh, I remember that I couldn't sleep. I was constantly monitoring those like news channels. What is happening with the bridge? It's like, we won the bridge back, they won the bridge back. We won the bridge back, they won the bridge back. And I understood, like, if they win the bridge, like, that's it. They will take over the city. That was so scary, my God. I could sleep maybe like for 2-3 hours maximum. I was constantly on the phone, checking. At that time, it was so important to know every little thing. Not knowing anything was worse than knowing that something bad had happened. And my husband was like, do you always check? Like, why are you keep checking? Why are you checking it constantly all the time? Like, stop doing that. It's easy for you. I can't do that. It's like my whole family's there. Your family's not there. At that time, like Kiev region, yeah, it was threatened, but Kiev was kind of sort of fine. Even though I could not understand how. I mean, I guess everyone deals with it in their own way. I couldn't stop. It was so bad. It was so crazy bad. Always checking. I needed to know about every single, I don't know, car, tank, whatever that was destroyed. Yeah. And then funny news started coming in, because Ukrainians are very funny people, brave and funny at the same time, sometimes very stupidly brave, actually. Like, we have a gypsy settlement in my hometown. So those folks, they stole a tank from Russians. Like, Ukrainian YouTube was full of videos like how to drive a tank. Like tutorials. Click here, press here, pull here. Yeah, I think there were like a couple. Somebody, like some farmers, they stole tanks by, bringing a tractor and just putting, gosh, I'm sorry, I didn't know the right term for all this stuff, but they took like a rope, put one end of a rope, like the tractor, like holding the other one at a tank, and basically like pulled the tank away while the crew was somewhere, I don't know, like peeing in the forest, or like they stepped aside. That was funny. And yeah, they brought, because Ukraine had very little military equipment that way. So people started stealing, which is bad kind of thing, but when you steal from your enemy, it's fine. It's okay. We had no criminal responsibility for it. Like, yeah, if you didn't know, at the beginning of the war, like a new law appeared that there is no criminal responsibility for basically killing Russian soldiers. And yeah, no criminal responsibility for taking their equipment. Yeah. So that was fun. There was one guy who took walks in the forest every morning. And one morning he walked again, like with his dog. And Russians hit some very expensive car in the forest and went somewhere. So they just left it there and went somewhere. And the car, it was either like a radar station, like mobile radar station, but the cost of that car was basically $2 million. And yeah, the joke basically was that the guy had nothing in the morning and now he has $2 million. My God, that was, something that actually kept us going. Yeah. Humor. It's like when Russians started talking about using nuclear weapons, Ukrainians decided, okay, if they do it, let's just have a huge orgy on one of the Kiev mountains. Because if we all are going to die, let's make it fun. My God, I just want this all to be over so badly. Can it just be over, please? I don't know. I just don't know what else to say. It's just crazy that in the 21st century this is what we're dealing with. Oh, another funny thing, you know what? Russians are running out of cars, so they started using donkeys. Poor animals. Poor animals. But come on, donkeys. I'm surprised there's still no horsemen, with a sword. And screaming that they're dying for their Tsar, aka Russian king. Well, I guess it will be judged by YouTube as a hate speech. But whatever. It is what it is. Right now, it is what it is. Hope your Sunday was much funnier. Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.